Hey Commanders fans! The journey to greatness never stops, and our team is doing everything possible to take that next big step towards Super Bowl contention. With a solid foundation in place and key off-season moves ahead, the Washington Commanders are poised for an electrifying 2025 season. Before we dive into today's exclusive breakdown of what the team needs to do to reach the pinnacle of the NFL, make sure to smash that like button and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any Commanders HQ updates. Washington enters this offseason with a golden opportunity. Armed with a projected $75 million in cap space, third most in the league, the Commanders are in prime position to add impact players. The main focus? Surrounding franchise quarterback Jayden Daniels with elite talent and fortifying the defense to match the intensity of head coach Dan Quinn's scheme. One name making serious waves in the rumor mill is Cincinnati Bengals wide receiver Tee Higgins. According to Pro Football Focus writer Mason Cameron, Washington is an alluring destination for Higgins, given their financial flexibility and strong roster core. If the Commanders land Higgins, it would create one of the most dangerous receiving duos in the NFC, alongside Terry McLaurin, who is coming off a career-best season. Adding Higgins isn't just about firepower. It's about making a statement. The Commanders are showing they're committed to building a championship-caliber team around Daniels. As Cameron notes, adding Higgins to the mix with Terry McLaurin would instantly assemble the most lethal receiving core in the NFC. While the offense looks to level up, the defense also needs reinforcement, particularly in the pass-rushing department. Reports suggest Washington could make a blockbuster move for Myles Garrett if he becomes available. But another intriguing possibility is selecting a top-tier edge rusher in the draft. One name that fits Dan Quinn's mold is Georgia's Michael Williams. An explosive, high-upside player with a violent playing style, Williams has the potential to be a game-wrecker in Quinn's defensive scheme. If Washington moves up in the draft, Williams could be the perfect anchor for a revamped pass rush. The combination of an elite receiving core and an improved defense would make Washington a force to be reckoned with in 2025. But how far can they go? The Commanders' Cinderella run to the NFC Championship game was one of the most exciting stories of the 2024 season. Some skeptics argue the team overachieved and is due for regression, but others believe the best is yet to come, especially for Jayden Daniels. ESPN recently polled 13 NFL analysts about their early Super Bowl and MVP predictions for 2025. The results? The Commanders are already being viewed as legitimate contenders, and Daniels is gaining serious MVP buzz. Dan Graciano boldly predicted a Chiefs-Commanders Super Bowl, writing, "Look forward to 2 weeks of, is Jayden Daniels the next Mahomes? Conversations leading up to the Super Bowl next season." Sports betting analyst Pamela Maldonado also picked Washington to make the big game, emphasizing how their significant cap space will allow them to strengthen the roster. And when it comes to Daniels, 3 ESPN analysts, Graciano, Eric Moody, and Lindsey Thiry, picked him as the 2025 MVP. Thiry wrote, "With a season of experience, including a postseason upset of the top-seeded Lions, the NFL's Offensive Rookie of the Year will continue his meteoric rise. The key in his ability to do so? The Commanders' retention of offensive. Coordinator Cliff Kingsbury, providing Daniels the continuity to grow at a rapid pace. Daniels proved in his rookie season that he belongs among the NFL's elite quarterbacks. With the right pieces around him and another year of development under Kingsbury, it's not far-fetched to believe he could be holding the MVP trophy this time next year." Now, let's talk about something that's making waves in our division. The New York Giants, yes, our division rivals, are reportedly looking to sell a minority stake in their franchise. This is a huge development and could have ripple effects throughout the NFC East. According to reports from NFL.com, the Mara and Tisch families, who have co-owned the Giants since 1991, have retained Moelis & Company to explore the sale of a minority, non-controlling stake in the team. This means that while the Giants aren't changing majority ownership, they are looking to bring in fresh investment. Could this be a move to shake things up after a rough 2024 season? We all saw how the Commanders handled business against the Giants last year, going 2-0 including a game where Washington needed 7 field goals to secure the win. But hey, a win is a win, right? The Giants, one of the oldest franchises in the NFL, have been owned by the Mara family since 1925. Over the years, they've built a legacy of success, but recent seasons haven't been too kind to them. Bringing in new investors could mean a shift in how the organization operates, whether it's through increased spending in free agency, front office restructuring, or a renewed push to get back to playoff contention. One interesting note is that this move comes after the NFL approved private equity firms to buy stakes in franchises. We've already seen this happen with the Miami Dolphins and Buffalo Bills. The Dolphins deal involved Brooklyn Nets owners Joe Tsai and Oliver Weisberg, as well as Ares Management Funds. Meanwhile, the Bills brought in 10 new limited partners, including NBA legends Vince Carter and Tracy McGrady, along with private investment firm Arctos. This could be a sign that more NFL teams will explore this route to bring in additional financial firepower. For Washington, this news is interesting because it signals potential changes in a division rival's ownership structure. The Commanders, under new ownership themselves, have been aggressive in building a winning culture. The last thing we want is for the Giants to suddenly get an injection of cash that allows them to become serious players in free agency or the draft. That said, just selling a minority stake doesn't automatically mean the Giants will be making big moves. What matters is how they use this investment. Will they go all in on a big free agent signing? Will they revamp their scouting and analytics department? Or will it just be a behind-the-scenes shift that doesn't really affect the product on the field? As free agency approaches, all eyes will be on Washington's front office. Can they land T. Higgins? Will they pull off a defensive masterstroke in the draft? Will Jaden Daniels take that next leap into superstardom? One thing is certain. The Commanders are no longer just trying to be competitive. They're aiming to dominate. With a mix of smart roster building, aggressive acquisitions, and the continued development of their young quarterback, this team is on the verge of something special. Now, we turn it over to you, Commanders fans. What do you think of Washington's offseason plans? Should they go all in on T. Higgins? Do you believe Jaden Daniels can win MVP in 2025? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. We love hearing from you, and don't forget, if you enjoyed this breakdown, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications, so you never miss a Commanders HQ update. Big things are coming, and we'll be here to cover it all for you. Let's get ready for an incredible 2025 season. Hail to the Commanders!